When it comes to healing our communities and, the world in general, I think a lot of us, most of us, all of us need therapy. And especially in my community, I know that. And it's a shame that it's so stigmatized because it's looked at as something as, inviting somebody into your business, even though a lot of times you tell your business to everybody anyway. But therapy is not even always about like we shouldn't look at it as like going to go see a doctor. Even though we are going to go see a trained professional, a lot of times it's not even about the knowledge that they have. It's the compassion, empathy, and the tools that they have that that where they allow you to understand your circumstances from an objective point and kind of push you out of your own way. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we stand in our own ways. We stand in our own way of healing. You know what I'm saying? It's not that we don't want to heal or we're not ready to heal. I mean, it's a lot of times we're not ready, but that's not really the main thing I think that's keeping a lot of us from doing the work. I think it's a lot of times it's hard to get out of our own way. You know what I'm saying? Because we are like dead in the middle. You know what I'm saying? And we can't see the forest through the trees because we so invested. You know what I'm saying? I'm invested in these relationships. I'm invested in this goal. I'm invested in these ambitions. I'm invested in these tags, these children, this marriage, this job. You know what I mean? All these different things that start to weigh down on us, and we can't figure out how to just take a step back, get that aerial view, and be like, oh, okay, this the proper path right here. And in order to get through that, I need to do X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? And I was just talking to somebody earlier who grieving the loss of a husband, and it was it was difficult. But when I mentioned these things, they agreed. And you know what I'm saying? And I just mentioned that, you may not even be ready. And we kind of broke it down to, them being at a door and being reluctant to go open the door because of being afraid of what's on the other side. And I said it's even more complex than that because you're not even close to the door. You can't even reach the door from here. Even though you see the door, you can't even reach the door yet because you got so many things that you need to do. And those things represent each step that you get closer to that door. Make those moves, plan out that route first, make those moves, and then decide whether or not you're ready to open the door. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what a lot of us need to do. And I wish therapy for everybody. So if you're dreading that, maybe you should consider it. And maybe you should just try, like 3 or 4 sessions and see how it go. You might find that that's just too big of a step. Try getting a life coach. You know what I'm saying? Like before, I used to think, like, what life coaches do? Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, they not professionals, and you know what I'm saying? And then I started considering, like, oh, I think I would be like a life coach. But then I had the, that poser complex, and I'm like, no, I ain't qualified to do that. And then I started to realize actually what a lot of these issues is, and a lot of us are already life coaches. You know what I'm saying? We that friend that people call and ask for advice. We that friend that like people really heed our advice to the point where they won't make a decision unless you involve. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it could be something as simple as that because the work you do all the work. You do all the work, and the coach just kind of pull you in that direction or convince you, or you know what I'm saying, not even convince you, just help you understand the decision so that you're more confident in it. You know what I'm saying? Help you identify the issue so that you're more aggressive at tackling it. You know what I'm saying? We like simple things. And not what psychologists and psychiatrists do because they're very effective. But you do the work. You do all of the work. You just need somebody to help you.